All right, so look, if you're a barber and you're not at least charging $100 per cut, or you're not on par to do that in the next 12 months, you're doing this shit all wrong. So in the next 5 minutes, you'll learn how to charge a minimum of $100 per haircut so that you can start making 20K plus with just 2 services without having to be a slave behind the chair. And what I mean by that is those grueling 12 to 15 hour days that we all hate, in any location, with any skill set, and with any price point that you're currently at right now, all in just 12 months. And if you don't believe me, which trust me, I don't blame you, or you don't think this is possible, here's how we got Joe from charging $60 a cut to 200 in only 8 months, topping out $29,000 per month. And that's only from 2 services, a haircut and a haircut with beard. That's it. We got Chris, who was cutting hair in his parents' garage, making $4K a month, charging $30, to now charging $150 a cut, making $20K a month while still cutting in his parents' garage. And trust me, I get my beard done by him. It's a fucking simple garage, nothing special. We also have guys like Greg, who's from Philadelphia, from charging $40 a cut to $100 a cut in only 8 months. We got Fabio from charging $50 a cut to $100 in only 5 months and doing 16K months. Even myself, who went from charging $16 a cut to $150 a cut in a smaller town city of Sacramento, California. We got Mike up to $125 for a haircut, doing 17K months out of his garage with less than 120 haircuts per month. Outside of the $100 threshold, we got guys like Brian, who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, from $25 to $75 charging wise in only 90 days. And a guy like Luis, who went from charging $30 to $75 in a population of only 7,000 people. And that's in North Carolina, by the way. Again, this is in any location without having to do the 12 to 15 hour work days with only 2 services, haircut and beard. Super fucking simple. So if you know this can work for you and you're tired of doing the same shit over and over again without seeing any growth inside of your business, and you actually want to make a difference in your business and in your life, then feel free to book a call below. We'll simply let you know if you're a good fit or not to be one of our private clients working with us inside of this program. So literally, you have nothing to lose. In the next 90 seconds, I'm going to show you the 2 things that we focus on in order to get our barbers up to $100 per haircut and hitting 20K months, all with just doing 2 services. The first thing is going to be generating new higher paying clients into your business. Now, the biggest problem most barbers have is generating new higher paying clients into their business. All the OG shit like come in early, stay late, pass out business cards, take referrals, discounts. Fuck, now it's like posting on social media. Be consistent on that thing. That can get you a decently built clientele. But if you look around, every single barber who's doing that, it has a plateau business or is stuck charging the same rates, making the same income month after month. Why? Because doing those things will not generate clients that are willing to pay $100 to $200 per haircut into your business. Sure, you might have a few in your business right now, but the main reason that's holding you back from charging that as your main price point is the fact that you know in your heart of hearts that if you were to charge that tomorrow, all of your business would be gone. You have no clue how to fill up your business with those $100 to $200 clients. That's really the only thing that's holding you back, because if you did, you'd be charging that literally tomorrow. And I think that's such a sobering slap in the face for barbers to realize, is that what you're doing right now in the business is not going to get you that $100 haircut, 20K per month mark whatsoever. In fact, what most barbers are doing in terms of like passing out business cards, taking referrals, taking walk-ins, doing discount haircuts, focusing on customer service, which is complete bullshit to get to 20K a month. One, you're going to realize that you're going to hit a threshold of what you can charge for a haircut in your city. And the game then shifts to cut hair faster, cut more heads per day, cut more days per week. Again, does that work? Sure. Tell me how fucking long you're gonna have to be doing that until your shoulder gives out on you, or flat out you just get burnt out from cutting hair overall. Not my cup of tea, and I would highly not recommend anybody go through that whatsoever. Consequence number 2, you might say like, you know what? Fuck this bald dude's advice. Fuck Daniel. Fuck his advice. Fuck whatever his little program is. I'm gonna go ahead and charge what I think I'm worth. Which is like, hey, look, you can go ahead and do that. Nobody's stopping you. Let's say you charge $40 right now. Nobody's stopping you from charging $80 literally tomorrow, except for the fact that this is gonna happen next. Your current clients are gonna go to cheaper barbers. Your new client flow, whatever you had coming in, is going to dry up, so you won't even be able to replace those clients that are leaving you for cheaper barbers with new higher paying clients into your business. And as a result, your income is going to tank all the way down to an unbearable level. And the game then becomes, how long do you want to hold your breath underwater for till you realize you fucked up and go back down on pricing? And then reality sets in of like, well, this is the threshold I got to charge. Now we got to cut hair faster, cut more heads per day, cut more days per week. Now our solution for this is we focus on a problem solution based marketing front that allows us to generate more new clients at higher price points. Typically what happens when barbers raise prices, their new client flow drops down. Now this gap that's right here, that gap is the time that it's going to take to refill the business back up again at a stable enough level. And this is why you see so many barbers who will raise their prices way too high and stay at those price points for 12, 14, 20 months plus, because flat out they can't refill the business back up again and are struggling month to month just to get by with bills. Take one of our clients, Joel, Jay Faded, for instance. When he first started working with us, he was charging $60 a cut, making about $6K a month, getting about 9 or 10 new clients in his business month after month. Now again, not a terrible business, but he wasn't seeing the growth he wanted. In 8 months, we come from that business to be able to charge $200 a cut, topping out at $29K per month. Because we were focused on generating new clients, he was getting 30 or 40 new higher paying clients into his business month after month. And again, that was the only reason why we're able to have that level of scale. Because without being able to fill the business back up again at a very fast and efficient rate, you can't continue to scale your prices at that level. In fact, it would be almost idiotic if somebody tried to copy him price raise per price raise. Now, what's different about our problem solution based marketing front is that we don't focus on marketing fronts to get clients in a 5 to 10 mile radius, which is what the average barber focuses on. Posting on social media, passing out business cards, referrals, all of this limits you to about a 5 to 10 mile radius, which again, too, if that's the clientele pool you're getting, yes, location does fucking matter to you then. Now, the difference of what we show our private clients do is not to get clients from a 5 to 10 mile radius, but from a 5 to 10 hour radius, which opens up the floodgates. Now, you tell me, no matter who you are, where you're at, who has the better chance of getting about 120 clients into their business at $100 per haircut? The barbers are only getting clients from a 5 to 10 mile radius, or the barber who's getting clients from a 5 to 10 hour radius? It's not that fucking hard to answer. Trust me, guys. And that's the sole reason why we're able to get our clients ungodly results, while everybody else just kind of looks and wonders, how the fuck are these guys even able to do that in their business? Again, if all this OG barber bullshit, or all the bullshit they taught us in barber school, or hell, even at all these barber conferences actually worked, I think every single barber should be at the level that all of our private clients are at regardless. But they're not. Why? Because all that bullshit keeps you at a threshold and doesn't flat out work. Again, it works to get a stable business up and running, but to scale to the level we have in our private clients, you got to throw that shit out the door. Now, the second thing we got to focus on, how to scale our pricing without breaking our business. Now, when to raise the prices for most barbers is a complete guessing game. A lot of barbers guess on by when, by how much, and what's going to happen afterwards in their business when they do a price raise. To me, this is like playing business Russian roulette. And if you don't know what Russian roulette is, it's basically you take a gun, you take a bullet, put a bullet in the gun, place it to your head, you pull the trigger, maybe you get a bullet, maybe you don't. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get lucky with no bullet. But to me, it only takes one time, one trigger pull to get a bullet in the head. And it's the same thing when dealing with price raises for barbers. Can you get lucky a few fucking times on guessing on a price raise? Sure, you can. But how many times are you going to fuck with that trigger, test your luck, and really see if you can push your business even further before you get a bullet in your business overall? And when I mean breaking the business, I simply mean, again, you overprice yourself, your current clients leave you for cheaper barbers, you drop your new client flow, and your income tanks all the way back down. Now, to solve this problem, we give our clients 3 main tracking sheets to work off of: an NCA tracking sheet, a client flow tracking sheet, and a scale tracking sheet. With these 3 tracking sheets, we can understand by when, by how much, and what's going to happen afterwards once we go up in the business. This gives us so much valuable data and insight to make data-driven decisions on the business and not a guessing game. By when is super important for us, because again, are we going to raise prices 2 weeks from now with a barber? Are we going to raise it 8 months from now? If the data says that we're going to raise prices 8 months from now, we understand the full problem, what we have to fix inside of the business in order to expedite that all the way back down to 2 weeks. By how much and what's going to happen afterwards is so vital for us, because again, let's say you're charging $40 for a haircut right now. Again, nobody's stopping you from charging $80 literally tomorrow. Again, except for the fact that once you go up to 80, if you make that jump from 40 to 80, you are more than likely going to stay at that price point for 16, 24, 32 months at a time, just trying to rebuild things over and over again. And again, if your goal is to get up to the $150, $200 price point, making 15, 20K per month, that's really not viable at $80 price point. In fact, we're not even scratching the surface. We're only halfway there at $80 price point. Now, what we would do is we would look at the data and say, okay, cool. If we're at 40, we might go from 40 to 45, and then from 45 to 60 in a couple months from then, 60 to 80 a couple months after that, 80 to 100 a couple months after that, 100 to 150 a couple months after that. And now we're at the structure of $150 a cut to be able to have a 15 to 20K per month business overall. And it only took us about 8 to 12 months to build. Again, this is how we got guys like Fabio from 50 to 105 months. We got Brian from 25 to 75 in 90 days. We got Joel from 60 to 208 months. We got Greg from 40 to 108 months. All because we can make data-driven decisions on the business and not make Russian roulette guessing decisions and hoping and praying everything works out for us at the end of the day. Because business is a game of strategy, not a game of luck. And if you try to luck your way through this goddamn thing, you're going to fuck up at some point in time. I think every single barber at one point in time has seen another barber fuck their business up by being dumb, and then everybody's like, oh, we can't charge that much, that must be the threshold. When in fact, that barber who fucked their business up was just being flat out ignorant and dumb and didn't know how to run their business like an actual business. Because when you have the data to back up your decision making, honestly, you have such an unfair fucking advantage in this industry because everybody has their head up their ass, to be quite honest with you. Again, if you're tired of doing the same shit over and over again, if you're tired of even hearing the same bullshit of how to grow your business over and over again, and nothing seems to fucking work because honestly, it's all bullshit, you want to make a change in your business and your life, and you're tired of not seeing the progress year after year, and you know that you as the business owner are the main problem that's holding the business back and aren't somebody who points the finger in terms of blaming your city, location, barbershop, or environment, then book a call below and we'll see if we're a good fit to work with each other and to work with you as one of our private clients. And to be fully transparent, we only allow a limited amount of spots open every single week, and we continuously open and close doors specifically just so we can focus on our private clients that we're actually working with inside of the program, because that's who matters to us the most. And I say that to say, if you're a barber who hesitates on taking action or waits for the right time, you're doing yourself and your business a disservice by doing that. And trust me, you've probably been doing that all your life and it hasn't worked out in your favor thus far. That's probably why you're in the position you are in watching this video, while we're on the other side of the screen actually getting tangible results for barbers in this industry. We've also helped barbers not only in the US and Canada, Australia, the UK, Germany, and Dubai. Guys like Alexi Michael, who lives in Toronto, who is now charging upwards of $100 per haircut, and has now been able to shift his focus from cutting hair to now running an actual business. To a guy like Henry Hong in Australia, who's up to now charging $75 a cut in an area where people thought he couldn't charge anything more than $45 a cut. So there's absolutely no reason why you can't do this too. Do not lose your spot on just having to just think about it, because you're going to be like just like every other barber who sits on the sidelines watching us play the game of business and dominate. So book the call below. Again, this works for any location, any skill set, and whatever price you're currently charging, or even wherever you're currently cutting hair at, whether that be a garage, a studio, a salon even. So book a call below, and I look forward to working with you as one of our private clients in the very near future.